You mean to strike me down? Go on! Do it!
Why are you here all by yourself?
The war is finally over, Mother. We don't have to worry anymore.
You treacherous whelp!
I guess fell dragons have to die in the end. But I want it to be a good dragon.
And you will. Someday life will return to you. And when that beautiful day should dawn, I will give you a birthday gift that suits you perfectly.
Thank you, Mother. If I see that day, maybe I'll return dressed in white, a gleaming sword at my side, a divine dragon like you, ready to save the world.
Welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage, where we witness Aaliyah die twice and have a relative weeping over him in the span of a few minutes.
Not a nightmare. It was a memory.
So one thing I will say about that scene that I find interesting, in the Japanese version, apparently, the Aaliyah of the past speaks entirely in hiragana, which is how, like, the Pokemon games were done earlier. It's generally what most media aimed at children is written in, because children in Japan typically don't understand kanji yet. And why I find that so fascinating is that this implies that Aaliyah at that point had a very childish mindset, which makes sense given they grew up under Sombron and were probably just not even treated like a human being, and were probably incredibly developmentally stunted. A lot of people hate that "I wanted to be a good dragon" line, but with that context, I think it's both fitting and really tragic, because again, it just shows how childish Aaliyah is then. And that kind of simple wish to just, you know, the whole Wreck-It Ralph thing of "I don't want to be the bad guy anymore," it's just, it fits, I think.
Where am I? Oh. I must have died protecting Vale.
And I died in my martial master outfit. That's embarrassing.
There's no waking up again this time. I had dreamed I would awaken as a hero. Only now I realize that did happen. But it's too late.
Yeah, that does lend credence to that theory that the premonition was just Aaliyah's dream.
I wonder if I'll be able to find Mother here. Mother. Vale? Why are you here?
Papa used the rings to raise Gradlon. The helmet reactivated. My head began to swim. And then I was here. Things didn't go how I wanted them to. And now it seems I've died. Papa said you're my big brother. You gave your life to protect me. I'm so sorry. You should have let me die.
Another thing I like about that earlier scene is that it's a rare case where we get to see a reveal being dropped from the opposite perspective. We and Aaliyah knew that he was Vale's brother, but Vale didn't.
Don't say that. I made the right choice. You have a link back home. There's still a chance for you.
No. No more.
What?
I tried so hard. I wanted Papa to look at me and not see a defect. I wanted him to forget about the other worlds and just be with me. I'd always think, if only I tried harder, but it never mattered. I kept getting crushed over and over. I'm so tired. If I have to die again and fail once more, I'd rather it just end here. With you.
Oh, Vale.
Hey, why don't we fall asleep? Together. The world will end with or without us. And I feel happy because I finally found you. Maybe the others will join us eventually.
Perhaps you're right.
Well then...
Except... I'm not ready to give up. I want to save our world, and everyone I care about. Vale, you have been through so much, and I understand why you feel the way you do. But please, don't give up. Not before you experience the life you deserve.
I don't care anymore. Even if I returned and survived all of it, I can't stop Papa because I can't summon emblems. All I can do is create the corrupted. A foul ability befitting a fell dragon.
Corrupted. Vale, there is something you can do.
Huh?
Revive me. As one of the corrupted.
Now this is one of the rare plot points in this game I was not expecting.
What?
You did it to King Hyacinth. It was as if he'd come back to life, returned to himself. Perhaps I could go back to the living world in the same way.
Maybe, but you aren't thinking this through. You hate the corrupted. They terrify you.
Not to mention you'd be weak against corrupted effective weaponry.
Now you want to be one? If we do that, you'll never be able to change back. This way, at least you died as yourself. Would you really want to die as one of them?
I'll sacrifice more than that if it saves everyone. How I die doesn't matter. I just want to end this war. However I can. Please don't give up, Vale. If we don't try, we lose everything. To me, this is the only way forward.
But
Vale, what do you live for?
what do you mean?
My friends told me it doesn't matter where you're from. What's important is how you live. How you live and what you do shapes your future. So, who do you want to become?
I've never thought about that. But if it were possible for me to change now, I suppose I'd want to be like you. I'd want to become a dragon who saves the world.
We really are siblings.
Hmm?
I said something very similar a long time ago. Let's go back and save our world. Together.
All right. I'll give it one last try. I hope to see you soon.
You're my dear sister. And I trust you with all of my heart.
Stop. You die either way.
Lady Vale, please, come back to us.
Oh, you miss her, Mavier? Then I'll kill you first. Maybe you'll find what you're after on the other side. Huh?
Lady Vale?
You don't know when to give up, do you?
That's right! I'm not going quietly!
She's talking to herself.
Not herself, exactly.
The true Lady Vale. She's fighting back.
I know that. My brother believed in me. So I believe in myself.
Shut your mouth! You are nothing but a defect. Mark my words, you quivering little baby. You're gonna be dead soon.
No, I won't. You're not in control here, I am. And I won't wear this horrible thing anymore. Wait, there's already a crack in it. I'll break it. Then I get to be me again. You'll be gone.
Stop! Stop it right now! I don't want to go! Help me, Father! I'm begging you!
Papa isn't coming. coming. He doesn't care. It's time now. Time to say goodbye.
Lady Vale!
Javier. It's all right. I'm myself again.
I wish I could have done something. I'm so sorry. But you did it all on your own.
You're wrong about me doing it alone. My brother helped me.
The Divine Dragon.
I have to hurry. Guardians of the Underworld, cast aside the rules that govern life and death, so that this body void of life may draw breath, rise up, corrupted!
Never thought our protagonist becoming a zombie would be such a heroic moment.
The Divine One has become corrupted.
What are we supposed to do now? Fight?
No. We can't.
Please, everyone, listen.
Also, all of a sudden, I am back in my Martial Master outfit.
You can speak?
There's nothing to fear. I won't hurt you. I asked Vale to revive me as one of the corrupted. You must believe me.
Are you really you?
Yes. I'm the same person who took this journey with you. The Divine Dragon. Whatever form I take, this soul is still mine.
Brother, look what I found.
The Ring of the Hero King.
It was lying by your side, as though it wanted to be with you. The emblems in the 12 rings have played their roles. They are likely drained of power. Can you still summon them?
You've done so much today. Now, it's my turn.
All right.
Marth, I've returned. I'm here for you. Please, show yourself. Shine on. Emblem of Beginnings.
Nothing happened.
No, this has to work. We have so much to protect. Please, Marth, join me once more. Shine on. Emblem of Beginnings. Marth, I'm so happy to see you.
But that's the Fell Dragon version.
I used Fell Dragon power to raise my brother. He's using that same power to summon.
What happened? Are they reacting to the emblem?
Time is short. I'll need your help to summon all the emblems again. You don't have to trust me, but this is the only way. We must stand together and fight as one.
It is interesting because, yeah, given what's happened before with Corrupted and them taking the form of our loved ones, it makes sense they'd be suspicious of Alear, but it seems like Alear has retained their own free will. But speaking of free will, yeah, we're actually using the Fell Dragon versions of emblems in this chapter. So if we check on our emblem rings here, right now we only have Marth, who is locked to Alear, and again, it's the Fell Dragon version. So we can't engage, but we do gain stat bonuses, and we also gain some fixed weapons. So we don't have falchion, and we only have the level 1 versions of all of the abilities. So this is essentially similar to if a boss used these emblems. Also, our main character is now Crypt Alear, And our mission objective is interesting. There's no boss here. We actually have to recover all of the emblem rings. And as you can see on the map, the emblem rings are here. So they're all scattered around like this, and you need to get next to them and pick them up again. However, only Aaliyah is able to awaken these. Meanwhile, we're fighting some fairly strong corrupted foes, but like I said, there is no boss here. Vryonak, activate fire? From Trails of Cold Steel 3? No, it's actually just, neither is it the terrorist organization from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's the S-rank lance, and it's a 1-2 range lance, which is pretty cool, so that's another weapon to pick up. Yeah, you get a few of the S-rank weapons now. Some of the others are restricted to getting donation level 5 with various countries, which is definitely a little annoying. But also, yes, we will be using Veil in this chapter as well. And Veil starts out pretty strong. She's unfortunately lost Thoron, but she also has this back. And this is why I always felt like this should have, I guess it makes sense that the real Veil gets the more protective version of this, but she keeps Fell Spirit that she had as an enemy. This map, it's kind of encouraging you to split up to go for all of the emblems, like to get the emblems quickly. But at the same time, there are a lot of reinforcements in this map. A lot of reinforcements. We have to use the same characters we deployed last time, which includes Morvia if he survived the last map. But that does mean we have a total of 14 deployment slots. So okay, we've got the Dawn Maiden and Caring Princess that way. This map is also way more cut off than you might think, so like this area is actually impassable. So I think I'll send Ivy and Anna in that direction. And then we had the Lady of the Plains in the other direction, so let's go Alchrist. Don't be afraid, though, to give some of these emblems to people you don't typically use them on. Because now is a fun time to experiment with emblems. The 3 emblems down here, I find usually by the time you reach them, the map is basically over, so don't really worry about working them into your strategies all that much. Actually, quickly, I'm gonna give Ivy a physics staff, because I sort of lacked that last time and that cost me. Now let's go. Yes, yes, we know these are where the emblems are.
Look, the emblem rings have been scattered on the ground. Please, brother, get close to a ring and try summoning an emblem.
Summon emblems by placing Corporate Aaliyah near fallen rings. And we have Veil now. Now I'll go over both her and Morvia in the next Somniel part.
Let's hear it.
So the reason why I wanted to do this is that hopefully Jean should be able to one round. Yes, he can. And with Cedar, I should be able to get both of them. Well, let's just drop the fury of 1,000 suns on these guys. And that's probably why I had a bit more physics stuff.
I have to keep everyone safe.
But yeah, Aaliyah needs to be pretty much making their way around this whole map.
The choice is yours.
So that's going to be,
Help is everything.
could potentially be an issue, especially since Aaliyah's in more of a supportive class here. But okay, well, I guess you can dart back. I mean, Aaliyah has to go this way already, but yeah, I've got a physics staff here. This actually came from Lyndon, I think.
I owe you for that.
Still, that design is weird. Actually, speaking of weird designs and Lyndon, here's a fun fact, or not so fun fact, depending on, that's not good. Oh, we have a speed wing. Okay. Don't really want Jean to get in range of that yet, because he is not, he does not have access to Byleth, so he's not going to be, able to hit that thing from out of its range. And, oh, hey, I can still beat you even with Hellfire, so let's do that.
I need to be more diligent.
But yeah, weird thing is, and it kind of relates to Jean, so I don't know why this is a thing, but apparently Lyndon does not use the adult model. He actually uses a modified version of the young model, which I'm guessing is the same model as Jean, which is really bizarre.
I'm prepared.
I don't know why that is a thing that exists, but apparently it is a thing that exists.
You got it.
Okay, well, you can go for a super duper duper chip. I mean, you wouldn't even call this chip damage. Yeah, here's where, like, all of those skills you inherited are useful, because once again, we've got a chapter where we've lost emblems. Kind of.
You got it.
It's an interesting... That is Meteor. Okay. And Anna's resistance is not amazing.
No mistakes.
Thing is, though, Ivy... Like, okay, let's test run this. Okay, yeah, she doesn't take a lot of damage from those, but I'm actually reaching the point where Ivy's, like, accuracy is really starting to be a problem. Because that is another issue with Ivy. Her dex is not amazing. Again, let's do a test run and see how much damage you take. You take 24 from that, and then how much do you take from the Meteor? I think that means she takes 36 from Meteor. I almost wonder if she's actually going to be fine. We'll see.
I'll go.
If I remember right, yeah, she was pretty close to leveling up. And she hasn't been through a second stage of classes. Now, is that cap dex? No, she still has a little bit to go before she has cap dex, but still, it's probably getting close. I mean, if I'm really concerned, I can try and freeze that hero, but I do not want these to be famous last words, but I trust Anna. Speaking of people I trust, let's see if... sometimes I feel like that Wyvern does not fall for baiting. I seem to remember that happening in, like, one of my earlier playthroughs. I tried to bait that Wyvern and it didn't work. Okay, Morvia goes over there. And I suppose Timera can head... Yeah, you head down here for support, because I don't really have physical support down there. Whereas this team here doesn't really have magical support, so Vale's going to take that. In fact, yeah, Vale's entire arsenal of attacks is magical at this point. Please tell me the Meteor does less than 27 damage. Chain attack!
Looks like I'm in the red.
So I was right to trust Anna, but I forgot about the chain attack. Maybe it's best if I just don't have anybody in range of that Meteor yet. Okay, so on the Anna not dying this time show, it is important that you break through these early enemies quickly, because, yeah, oh, I just barely one round you, that's ridiculous. So I guess that overkill magic Dawn's gaining is useful for that.
I have to keep everyone safe.
Because, yeah, there are going to be some really dangerous Wolf Knight reinforcements that come at you from behind. Oh, hey, the Wyvern did take the bait. And it doesn't actually die, even to Clan's very strong Levin Sword. It is only a +1, though. Maybe I need to, like, +2 that Levin Sword. Speaking of weapons that I need to buff up, though, I really want to upgrade this dagger to +4, but it costs, like, 500 iron and 5 silver and some steel. But it would stop Yunaka having this problem of being just barely off killing things. Okay, nothing's moving any further forward. So, like I said, I do really, really want to break through these enemies quickly. Is that a Wind Tome? No, it is, but it is Belongor, though. I would actually appreciate having Sigurd's Override on this side. Oh, wait, we don't have Sigurd right now. And Sigurd's actually a little further into the map, so you probably won't have Sigurd for quite some time. Let's see, Anna can probably afford to hang back here, and I can skip this because we've already seen her level up, and they're the same, even if you reset. I've always wondered just how that aspect of Fire Emblem's RNG is coded. Because there are a lot of there are a lot of ways that's worked. Yeah, if somebody's gonna go into Meteor range, it should probably be Morvia rather than, Oh, that's actually really bad accuracy, though. Like, by my late-game standards. Like, 79 is not the worst.
Have I made a difference?
But it's really bad accuracy for this stage in the game. Morpheus' growths overall are actually very, very high, so expect him to be gaining a lot of stats. Oh, actually... You no longer have Ike, and there's Meteor, I think, is one of the things that is... Yeah, I'm gonna lock in Meteor. Although... Yeah, I'm not even getting Meteored, so I can just do this. Getting Aspiring Hero actually working here, because... Yeah. I mean, it's kind of okay when Amber's on his own, but it requires the enemy to be relatively alone too, and Amber likes to fight very large groups of enemies. I suppose if Clan stays here, he can actually swing back towards Aaliyah's group. And he'll be able to use momentum since I had that inherited.
The Divine Dragon.
Rather than from... For the Divine Dragon is very fitting right now. I was mostly just laughing at that, you know, that being one experience off kind of deal. And Brave Weapons only have their Brave effect on the player phase in this game, which is, I honestly think is a pretty good compromise, because they do tend to be pretty broad, although they are usually balanced by either their rarity or the fact that they don't have a lot of uses in other games. Also, finally, we get to see Vale fight with her dagger.
I just want to live in peace.
Yeah, that's a magic dagger that still poisons, so it's a pretty cool weapon. Yeah, I suppose Alcarist is the one who definitely wants to level up more. And speaking of Brave Weapons, yeah. Brave Weapons in this game tend to have low power.
I had no choice.
Like,
but
Fire
to
Emblem
win.
has really tended to curb Brave Weapons a lot in the later entries. Because earlier on, Brave Weapons were kind of, again, balanced by sort of their rarity. Like the idea was that Brave Weapons were something that you, like, save for, like, really late in the game. And I could try and soften you up here. Oh yeah, and you still have, I should have given people, just realized. I'm so used to having all of these emblem rings. I should have given, hang on. Oh yeah, that's death on Jean. So I think Aaliyah actually does need to use physic on him. Otherwise, he will get ripped
Health is everything.
by the, yes, that annoying dragon thing.
We found them. Teach us. Emblem of the Academy. Reignite us. Emblem of Awakening. Sweep across. Emblem of Blazing.
So now anybody can move adjacent to those Fel emblems to talk and sync with them. So yeah, here's Lyn. And they still have the same descriptions. Even though they are lacking free will and unable to speak at this point, they're probably still a heck of a lot happier than they were under the control of, Oh, I can immediately take Byleth back, cool.
You're a little scary looking, but I know it's still you. Will you help me?
And yeah, they don't have the names dubbed in because every character uses the same line for everyone. Yeah, everyone would have had to record so many more lines if they had a unique reaction to every single emblem.
I need to be more diligent.
But, doesn't seem like I have access to any of these. But, you know, I think I'm going to actually change things up and have Lapis engage with Lyn this time.
Help me to be my best.
But yeah, I'm sure they're a lot happier working with us than working with the Fel Dragon now. Especially Lucina. Once we get to Lucina, she's definitely going to be happier. Because, yeah, a lot of people pointed out how horrifying it would be for Lucina to be forced to work for someone like Sombron against her will. So, oh, I can actually hit you with Thoron, so that's not a great idea. And you're going to be attacking somebody who won't be able to counter, which is annoying. Okay, let's see what you do. Hi there, you are... yeah, not even going for Jean. Yeah, their accuracy is still kind of a thing. And there's Meteor. But at least it's going on Morvia, who I wanted to attack, rather than anyone else. Those Meteors look really tiny, yeah. It's kind of... like, Bolganone kind of looks more like how I'd imagine Meteor would look, but still. You don't really see Meteor all that much in Engage. I forget if you can even get that. Okay, no reinforcements yet. Maybe those reinforcements were like an early maddening thing, or just on my most recent maddening playthrough, it took me way longer to break past the initial enemies. That's probably the case too.
Name my target.
Yes, your target is this guy to make Anna a little more likely to one round. Okay, there we go. I do like the way the flame... like, if I can praise the Flame Lance for one thing in this game, it'll be how it looks. It looks good. And that's the only nice thing I had to say about the Flame Lance in Engage. It's just, like, anybody who really... like, there's not many characters who, like, would want the Flame Lance, but can't already use the Levin Sword. Like you know, there's Griffin Knights, but you can just make somebody a Sword Griffin instead. That it's just it. Like, you can just use that instead of, Louis dying horribly to Bolganone. yeah, let's once again do the old longbow trick. It's like, I normally put longbows on warriors just for the chain attack chip damage,
Just like a hero.
but somehow Amber just turns them into a one-shotting tool. Because Amber. Just Amber things. And would you believe that, again, he is basically, like, what I've made Amber in this run is discount Panette. Panette does this build even better.
Thanks a ton.
I mean, Amber's around longer, though, and there's really something to be said for that. Oh, you are just out, aren't you? Although, Seadoll's nearby. I don't know if this is really the best use of Seadoll, but I think No, let's not do that. Although, actually, that would not be a terrible idea. It means that Seadoll could participate in chain attacks. And he can do 100%... Can he do Bondage Shield with Fell Lucina? Okay, well, I'll have to wait until next turn, because I mistakenly squandered that.
At your service.
I kind of doubt that you'll be... No! You can actually one-round them. That's cool. Okay. Watch her get Sandstorm anyway. Oh, no, she didn't. Okay.
You have my respect.
That wouldn't have been a one-round without Lance Power 1, so I feel a little vindicated getting that. And now, or should I say his proper name, all crits can just, let's see. Yeah, let's just... it's just fun to one-shot things. Even that Griffin looks undead.
I'll apologize later.
Yeah, that's just Elf Thunder, okay. I am hoping for a dodge here, we'll see. Okay, we got the dual assist. Okay, we got a crit. That is not gonna do it. And she has Alacrity because Lynn, that's cool. But no dodge. She's not in range of anything else though, is she? Well, she is if I do that, so let's not do that. I almost forgot that that warrior was there. But it actually can't reach her, which is kind of silly. Okay, and now I'm just going to point-blank Bolgan on you, because why not?
This is how I save lives.
Or, okay,
I have to keep everyone
that guy just
safe.
wanted to be crit today, I guess. And there's the Speed Wing, which Jean kind of needs, but I've already given him too much Speed Wing favoritism. I suppose I'm okay with you trying to Thunder me. Oh, actually, I did want Yunaka to take Lucina.
I've got you. Come on, let's go.
A bit of a generic line for Yunaka. I was expecting something a bit more hilarious, but this means that she can now, let me see. Dual Strike, yeah. She can now chain attack with knives, so that's going to be cool. And let's just use good old-fashioned regular heal, because I might need to send Lapis, although that'll send her away from Alcra, so I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, Veil. She has 5 move at least, but she's still kind of on foot. Veil actually does decently well with Reclass to Mage Knight, so that's an option. Oh, again, that's just a bit of a sneak preview. I will be talking about Veil more, eventually, don't worry. Let's just go ahead and... Nope, not to do that. Want to take on these enemies next, but that Wolf Knight did not take my bait with Louis. It definitely wants to be ready to, yeah, intercept anything that comes to the center with its Silver Dagger. And also it has Hobble. So if they initiate combat, you take a penalty to your movement. You can't damage Louis. Oh, and we have a General over there. Which is a little unfortunate because I don't think I... Oh, I can actually get Clan onto that General. But my, like, idea is... Get rid of this General.
Did you see that?
Don't know if this is going to be that great of an idea, but we'll see how it goes. That was a not great level up, but still. Clan's already got his fair share of amazing level ups, and then my idea was that I don't even know if Lapis can... Wait, that's a General, isn't it? It is. Okay, I thought that was a Warrior. That actually explains why its movement sucks, now that I think about it. Yeah, of course its movement sucks. It's a General, not a Warrior. And I no longer have Erica's defense piercing effects.
Awaiting orders.
However, because Amber is Amber, he does this much damage to a freaking General of all things. That strength is something. It's just like, there are sort of multiple different ways to use warriors in Engage. Like, I've seen people like Etier. I mean, Etier's got good strength, but like, I've seen people like Fogado or Alcrus become warriors just for like the chain attacks and the slightly increased like power. But then there's also using warriors with somebody who has naturally really, really good strength, and then you do things like that. There's a chance I may need to Bonded Shield Clan here, just in case. Just because, like, there's a Wolf Knight coming. Well, not Bonded Shield, I mean, like, Chain Guard. But because this is a Bonded Shield, I only get to use this once. Actually, an Obstruct Staff might not be a terrible thing right now. I could kind of use one of those, but I'd have to pull one out of the convoy. Slowly moving forward with this map, but I do need to take care of the emblem rings on the other side, which I have not done so yet. Oh, look, it's the axe that, like, literally the axe Miner used to try and break Vale's helmet. If I didn't want to kill the mood during that cutscene, I would have said that the moral of that story was to forge your weapons. Because maybe if that steel axe was forged more, then she would have broken the helmet better. But okay, yeah, I can actually counter you if I equip the longbow, although I don't really know if you'll take that bait. Louis is now able to exist and do this. So ooh. Reminded me of I was just watching some footage of Pokemon Violet recently, and it sounded kind of like Mabostiff's cry. Maryland pronounces it Mabostiff, but like I personally think it's supposed to be Mabostiff, because like Maboss. But yeah, you know, Pokemon name pronunciation is just, it's weirdly controversial, and it really shouldn't be, but I don't know why people get really mad about Pokemon name pronunciations. The only one that I do, like, legitimately get mad over is, like, yeah, it should be Rayquaza, not... Well, I mean, the thing is, Rayquaza is better for, like, the pun on its name on Quasar, but still, it's like, looks like Ray... I think Rayquaza sounds better. Okay, well, that is my Chain Guard gone. There we go. That's pretty much Aaliyah's, like, way of proving that he's actually the real Divine Dragon, because if he was a corrupted enemy Aaliyah, he wouldn't do that. Don't double me, please. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you do need to be aware of chain attacks here, and your movement is now down by 2. Gotta be... Although that's... I don't think that affects Canter. I think Canter is a fixed 2 movement. Speaking of getting doubled, and also speaking of Hobble, yeah. It's funny this is the first time we've actually seen Hobble be a thing, but, Oh, speaking of Bonded Shield, and, I mean, Chain Guard, also there are thieves here. I don't actually, like, there don't actually seem to be any chests on this map, so I don't know if those thieves are really an actual issue, but, that probably makes them even more of an issue than they otherwise would be, because they'll be able to, like, they'll be aggressive and attack you. However, Vale does 2-shot that thief, and yes, that guy didn't take the bait, which kind of makes sense. So, okay, I have a lot of enemies to beat down there. Also, you've just appeared. Yes, beat down. Speaking of Pokemon, it just reminds me of the amazing speech by the rival in the badly translated version of Pokemon Crystal. I will beat down them all. Yeah, I really want to, like, yes. I want to get somebody who does a really good Shadow the Hedgehog impression to read that speech one day. Okay, good. I was worried that you'd miss at least one of those. That Peshkarts is a really cool looking knife. It looks very, very dangerously sharp. Speaking of which, can it actually hurt Morvia? It can. But we've established before that enemy thieves are pretty weak to magic, so I can... In fact, I think that's actually better accuracy than the Gritlins. I haven't called a Great Lance a Gritlins in a while. I need to start doing that again. It was just my thing from Radiant Dawn. The Gritlins! Just always found that funny. Huh. Okay, that's not terrible odds. Uh-oh. Okay, good. The 80 that needed to hit. 150 corrupted. Yeah, you'll be getting the corrupted achievements a lot in these next chapters, because pretty much every single enemy from now on is a corrupted. Now, I have to hit 291s here, which is not entirely guaranteed. Also, I said earlier that this game uses true hit for hit rates above 50. That's not entirely true. It uses the Fates hit system, which is, it's apparently a piecewise function. It's a really weird, like, curve, but in essence, it's basically hit rates above 50 are more accurate than they display. Whereas hit rates below 50 are exactly what they say.
Think whatever you like.
But I've just found, like I've had some people have really bad experiences with Engage's hit rates, but, like, I've personally found them to be alright overall. Now, does this mean that I get to, get the rings now? I do, good.
Here they are. Care for us, Emblem of Echoes. Heal us, Emblem of Dawn.
So that is Micaiah and Celica back. Huh. Oh, Clank can't even get there. Or can he? Okay. Well, if I was to do this, I still fall short, even with Aaliyah helping. But I don't if I do this. So I haven't even needed to use the Levin sword yet, which is kind of... I was just like, oh, look, her magic is almost as good as Anna's as a Wolf Knight, which means that she'll do decent damage with the Levin sword, except wait. The Radiant Bow just has ridiculously stupid power. I honestly, like, this is probably one of, like, the only, like, things I would probably do. I would maybe, like, actually change the Radiant Bow's power, because it doesn't really need to be that strong.
I need to be more diligent.
It is really fun, though, at least. Now, will you gain speed? Nope. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly the problem that I had with making Jean a sage in my first playthrough, was that, by the way, Celica?
Please come with me, Emblem.
Oh no, Celica's become a witch again, I just realized. That terrible, terrible plot point has reared its head once more. And it's just that whole... And it's not even the whole meme about, like, brainwashing that I have an issue with there. The issue that I have is that, it just like the premonition in this game, there's really no point for it to exist. It's just like, oh, look, an action prologue, because for some reason, people these days lose interest in works of media if they don't immediately begin an action scene. So we have to begin an action scene, because, you know, everything nowadays just has to, you know, grab the player by the face and scream in their face, "Please pay attention to me!"
Good night.
Because humanity's attention spans have been ruined by Twitter, and I'm not even saying that unironically. Legitimately something that I do believe has happened to the world. But anyway, that's gonna get into too depressing territory. So let's take our minds off of that with an enemy phase where hopefully nothing happens. Okay, we've got 2 Wolf Knights incoming. 2 Wolf Knights incoming, and... oh, that's Ivy. I thought that was Lapis for a second. Oh, right. I wanted Ivy to get Micaiah, so let's have you do that.
I know how to handle you in your current state. Come with me.
Yeah, you've had experience with fail emblems before. Hortensia would too. Unfortunately, we do not get access to Micaiah's augment, but we do get, I think we do... Yeah, we do still get Cleric, and we still get to heal ourselves when we use staves.
Thanks a lot.
But yeah, as I said, like previously, Engage is not the only Fire Emblem that had a pointless premonition. The one in Fates was, in my opinion, pretty bad too. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, I do have Divine Pulse from Byleth, so if this misses, I get a reroll. Okay, when you don't see the Divine Pulse proc, it means that you've either got insanely unlucky or you did indeed hit. So that's good. I don't even know if it's worth doing this. Oh, no, I got Sandstorm.
You have my respect.
I don't think I've seen again, like, most of the time, activation skills in Fire Emblem games can miss, so, let's see. You know what? I am, just to make absolutely certain that I don't have these wolves breathing down on me from behind as I move further into the map, I'm gonna Dancify Amber and then just whack you with the silver grip hooks. That's actually multiple stacks of poison on Amber now.
Just like a hero.
Amber just did his best wolf impression there with this rah! I wasn't saying it was a good wolf impression, I was just saying it was a wolf impression. He's definitely more suited to alpaca impressions than anything else, and that would be a really bizarre sentence for anyone else, but for Amber it actually makes perfect sense. Okay, no, last time I said I trust Anna, it ended badly. But admittedly, there's no chain attacks in play this time. That one is, oh yeah, only if you stand still, so they're not going to get that. I also kind of doubt they're even going to try and move in. I'm using that to recover 1 HP because that might actually make a difference. Yeah, in fact, this map actually does have some, like, interesting, like, I suppose, quote-unquote, tech you could do if Aaliyah is a flying class, because he'd be able to go over this rubble and actually get to these emblems early. So there's a few kind of interesting things you can do here. It does rob you of your emblems, kind of, but it's nowhere near as bad about it as Chapter 11 was. Also, those are Great Knights. In fact, why am I having troubles distinguishing Great Knights on the map? They have that armored icon. Actually, I could potentially get Brionac Activate fired if I do that. I don't know if this is a great idea, but I can try. Meanwhile, Morvier. Yeah, Morvier does have the Royal Knight class skill, where if somebody gets broken... I hope that Bow Knight is not stronger, because otherwise, Anna, you're not pretty tough, you know. Oh, wait, Lapis gets broken by that. Well, she dodged anyway, but still, I probably should have remembered that. But, yeah. Morvier has that skill where he, restores break if somebody gets broken while adjacent to him. It costs a little bit of HP, but it is sort of interesting. I'd rather just use something mostly immune to break anyway. Please don't do more damage, please don't do more damage. Okay, you do less damage, that's fine. And you don't even get doubled. But okay, so yeah, I actually was right to trust Anna that time. Okay, but now I've aggroed everything, which honestly, not really the worst thing in the world, because it does save me the trouble. Okay, let's go and hopefully take you. I mean, there's no, like, unless you spontaneously grow Vantage. Is this always something that I worry about when I attack an enemy like that, when it would kill me if I, like, I'm 100% hit, I kill it, but, like, I always feel like, well, what if it spontaneously gains Vantage or something? It's just, I don't know. I can see a sadistic ROM hack doing that. Speaking of sadistic, I would love to use Corrin on that and freeze you and you, but actually no. And Aaliyah is not at full HP, so I can't chain guard. And there's also a big fat corrupted worm down here, which I don't think I can finish yet. And you do not have cancer anymore. Gotta remember that. I'm wondering if I should try for this, though. I kind of want to try for this. It's a 33, and that is actually like an outright 1/3 chance because it is below 50%. Did not get my first crit there. And I did get hit.
You made me do.
Okay, well, I mean, it's dead.
Was that too much?
But that may have actually been too much, because your wolf's tongue is, like, lolling out of its mouth now. Oh, and Amber's all the way up there.
Good.
Can I? No. Oh, no, I'm just barely in range of Yunako if I do that. Okay, good. Once again, Yunaka is needed to be literally rescued by the actual rescue staff. Of course, now I need to kill that, otherwise, Yunaka will still... Unless I heal her a little bit. Alright, Lapis does have inherited Canter, so if I whack you with Lapis... And yes, suddenly Lapis is doing a lot of damage. This is just kind of what happens to me with Lapis in my playthroughs. I mean, it's probably because she became a Wyvern and that fixed her strength. Now, more build is actually pretty good. Because build's one of her main problems. And yeah, okay, there we go. Now we're pretty much fine, okay. And I want to dance for you, though, because I would rather use that treat staff than use any of my physics. Because you, as lightning... Not lightning, no, it's Noel. Yeah, the male guy from Final Fantasy 13-2. He says, you deserve a treat whenever, like, one of your monster allies does well, which is really funny because, like, you can literally get lightning as a monster ally. And, like, the captain from the prologue of Final Fantasy 13, he's like a DLC, quote-unquote, monster ally. And it's just, yes, you get, like, you deserve a treat if one of them kills an enemy, and it's really funny. You know, I don't think I actually ever finished 13-2. No, I did get the main ending. I don't think I got, like, the full true ending. And then any of you who've looked at, like, my backlog website lately will notice that I have Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13 in my backlog. That's because I bought it from a Blockbuster closing down sale. Oh yeah, Holy Stance is activating, but it's not like it really does much. Because I thought I might as well own the entire trilogy. I haven't played it, and I'm really scared to because I've heard bad things. So even more reinforcements. We don't need to worry about these reinforcements. We just need to get the rings. Speaking of rings, though... actually, yeah, I probably need to kill off all of these enemies before I start messing around with rings. So let's see if... yeah, that is a Great Knight. So... let's see if we can match the character to the appropriate enemy. In this case, I need to match Clan to you.
Did you see that?
And then we'll see if Yunaka can take down the others. Suppose you can canter further in. I feel like... oh no, Louis done a little bit. I don't think he's done like a whole ton, but... actually, speaking of which... okay, Louis... can do something here. However, I need to be really careful because that is a magic user. I'm gonna go for it. Oh wait, he can't canter.
My apologies.
There may be a way though that I can kill that. Yeah, because that's in range of you. Oh, that's just Elf Thunder. Those who can't double, so Louis is actually fine. Yes, I would assume that you can one round. So yeah, nice one, Jean. That's the thing with mages, you don't really need that much speed to really do what you need to. One thing about Jean is that, like, I have heard a lot of people say that it's like, yeah, there's the whole trainee thing of you, I probably want to keep Brionac. Though, I think, really, Louis is the main one who can use that right now. He does have an S rank in Lancers as a... no, he doesn't! Huh. Okay, he can't even use Brionac as a Great Knight. I have to see if anyone else can. But, like, yeah, is that, like, you know, after all that effort, it's just, they're not really that much better than, like, let's say, Citrine trained to that level. But it's just, like, the thing that I really like about Jean is, if anything, I feel like he contributes more in his training arc than he does when he's, like, than when he's, like, at this point in the game.
Here we go. Fight on. Emblem of Radiance. Provide for us. Emblem of the Holy War. Restore calm. Emblem of the Sacred.
Because he is one of the only Chain Guarders that you have, apart from, like, Fram and a reclassed Aaliyah at that point. And I do think that counts for a lot, plus he can also heal. So, like, yeah, I do feel like I got a lot out of Jean, towards the start of the game, and I am getting a decent amount out of him here. I do think, yeah, he probably should be a Mage Knight at this point. It's just, I like the whole Byleth, like, Thyrsus thing, but I've been using it for a while. Maybe it is time to make him a Mage Knight. I was scared for a second that you had a Wind Tome, and then I remembered, oh wait, I checked you earlier and was like, oh yeah, you have Thunder.
Who's next?
Also, yay, Alacrity. I keep forgetting I have that, but it's actually pretty nice on Lapis now that I think about it. I wonder if I'll be able to inherit it at some point. I might be able to. Yeah, let's have Morvia take Sigurd.
I ask that you join me now.
Yes, this is the Sigurd immediately after the Battle of Belhalla, and he's now like, well, let's just say that he, let's just... I'm so sorry, this is awful, but I'm just saying, I guess you could say he's suffering from burnout. I really don't like the Sigurd memes overall, but just that one I just had to go for. And so, really, we're almost done here. Our main goal is just to get Aaliyah to the final rings, which I've cleared the way to, thanks to aggroing them early. Yeah, I think it's like certain enemies are, like, aggro at specific times. I guess Lapis can about face and see if she can take on any of them, but... I mean, it's possible that I could actually reach them via the Warp Staff, but,
I'll be careful.
Let's see... Guess Louis could go and try and pick up one of them. You already have an Emblem. And we have... oh, that's Excalibur. But I don't think Excalibur is high crit in this game. And that's also Excalibur. You know, let's see what happens when Excalibur meets Tamara. Oh, also, Veil has ridiculous resistance, so she's quite good against those mages as well. Oh, right, I'm just leaving behind Ike and Erica here. Actually, Excalibur does look very much like it does in, I think, Shadow Dragon and also the Game Boy Advance games. That's cool. I have always, like, some people have described Engage as, like, the long-lost third 3DS game, but I've always thought, no, it's actually the long-lost fourth GBA game. It's just the vibe that it gives me, and since I grew up with the GBA games, that's another one of the reasons why I really like Engage. And I do really, really want, speaking of things that I really like about Engage, yes, that is a possibility. Except I one-round you even with the steel bow, because Amber. Though I think this is because of the momentum. Yeah, I'm actually really glad that I've inherited... He can't gain, like, Merciless again, but I'm actually really glad that I've inherited, that onto Amber. But I believe Tamara's gonna level up if she beats you. There we go.
Think whatever you like.
Let me guess, no strength. I don't want to jinx myself like that, but we'll see. Yep, no strength. But defense, that's okay. But yeah, as you can see, her overall stats are, like, still pretty meh. Even at, like, almost max level promoted. Still, she's been fun.
Another kill for me.
Okay, actually, speaking of level 5 skills, you get Hobble now. Which is, like, it's kind of useful, but, like, if I wanted to restrict the movement of an enemy, I'd rather use, like, Freeze. But okay. So, if I do this...
Now, please show yourself.
I forget if this is the end of the chapter, or if you actually have to have somebody talk to every emblem.
Rise up, emblem of binding. Free us, emblem of genealogy. Bear your fangs, emblem of fates.
I did double take an emblem of genealogy, and then I realized, oh wait, that's Leaf. It looks like we do actually have to have people talk to all of them.
I apologize that someone more impressive is not here to greet you.
Yeah, no, Icon on you is probably a terrible idea.
I'm pretty tough, you know.
I was thinking for a second, like, oh yeah, maybe that's good. Then I was like, yeah, no. I mean, it halves damage and it does boost strength, but I don't know. Also, I don't think I've ever done this before.
Nice. The ring still looks all shiny and pretty. Let's team up.
That's going to be funny because I'm pretty sure we're going to get to the Somniel and it's going to actually be filthy. You know, my first playthrough, Louis had Corrin.
I can see you have reservations, but I hope that you'll join me regardless.
It's actually something that I like a lot in the Fel Xenologue. In fact, can I double dip on the emblems?
I have all the help I require.
Oh, okay. Oh, but we can still... Oh, that makes sense. Because I was afraid that, like, otherwise, you would be unable to... It does get rid of the emblem, which is from the map, though, so you won't be able to use it. But, like, otherwise, you would actually, like, be screwed if, you had too many people die and you didn't have enough people to talk to the rest of the emblems. Yes, yes, there are some reinforcements. This does mean that before I end the map, I can have Amber explode something. Oh, that... Getting a... Oh, and he missed. I was about to say getting a 1% critical there would be great, but I got an almost as unlikely occurrence, missing with a 93. Could you maybe Sandstorm here, please? And no. Oh, I really wanted Vale to get one of the emblems. Is it worth, like, wasting a warp? No, I can't even use a warp staff. I'll just clean up these enemies and get some experience.
Have I made a difference?
I'll see you afterwards. This is a waste of rescue, but if it works... I think it actually does put Vale into range. Unless it just warped her onto the other side of the... No? Okay. Yeah, Vale's in range. So now Vale can actually end this map.
If you don't mind, would you please come with me?
Of course Leaf is the last one I need to talk to.
That's all of the rings.
Oh, and we still have to route the... I legitimately forgot about that. Okay. Right. Oh, that's a killer axe. That's fine then. That's a Radiant Bow. Good thing I realized that, because, I mean... Oh, he could crit, though. I'm gonna go for this anyway, even though it's not gonna really be a kill at all. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about that objective, but yeah, the objective does change there to route after that. So that's actually... If there are any more reinforcements coming, that could be problematic, just because that'll drag this map out for way longer than it has any right to go on for. In fact, is Amber... No, Amber's not okay right now. Because I forgot about the objective. This map has Petra'd me. Oh wow, it's a Brave Axe. Please don't kill Amber. That's not good. Oh no. I think that's actually the first time I've ever lost Amber in this run. Of course Amber was the first one I moved that turn. I hate it when that happens. Okay, there is a place I can go where only one of those wyverns will attack me. Okay, so you do absolutely nothing to Aaliyah, okay.
There, time to finish the job. Was that too much?
Okay, that's gone. I'm just hoping there are no more reinforcements. Okay, no more reinforcements. So just to get my revenge here... Just because Aaliyah needed one more experience to level up. And I wanted to punch that Radiant Bow out of your hands because only Anna is worthy to use one. And yes, I know I gave Alcaraz one earlier in this playthrough, but I still stand by that statement because he's just barely ever needed to use his for some reason. I have to Brave Lance you, and there's a tiny chance I might miss, but it's not likely. Okay, there we go.
Was that sufficient?
Yeah, I think I was saying that I like using Corrin on Louis in the Fell's Interlog because there are some really annoying enemies there that have chain attacks, and let's just say that having Corrin's pair up to block chain attacks there is pretty cool. Even if you crit me, I don't die, that's fine. In fact, even if I would die to a crit, I wouldn't die because I have hold out +++. So there's one enemy
Just
down
a scratch?
here that is already dead, because it will have more than just a scratch on it. Now let's just go with the Brave Bow for lols.
I had no choice but to win.
Not quite as fun as that bow in Tearing Saga that shoots 4 times guaranteed, but still. That was the one that killed you previously, so let's get your revenge. Oh, no, my hit rate's actually really bad against you for some reason.
Just like a hero.
But it is dead now. And then... Fittingly, let's have more... Well, I mean, that might not work, but let's try and have Morvia take us home.
All right.
All mine!
Submit.
Submit? What are you, Xehanort?
I believe I am in the right.
I believe I'm in the right, even though I use Xehanort's quote. And now, okay, oh right, I need to talk to that emblem. I am actually really worried that if I don't do that right now via warping, then then reinforcements will spawn. Huh. You know what? I might actually have to use up that one remaining use of the rescue staff anyway. Because I just want to make sure that I end this so that, again, we don't have a reinforcement situation. Because, yeah, if I rescue Vale in, she'll definitely be able to end this. And it preserves me losing the rescue staff. Once again, Leaf is the last one.
That's all of the rings.
And now it's over. Yeah, that went a little longer than it probably should have. But it's done now, and the 12 rings have been reclaimed, but in their false forms. What does that mean?
That's it. I've summoned the emblems, and we fended off our enemies.
What a relief.
I think I'd better apologize. To both of you.
What for?
Doubting what you said. I thought this was all one of Sombron's tricks, a way to turn us against each other.
Well, that didn't work when Gris tried it.
But when we fought together, I knew it was you. Our ally. Our friend.
Mostly because he chain guarded people and healed them.
Corrupted or not, I am glad you returned.
Oh boy, this would be awkward if, because, yeah. No, I probably shouldn't spoil that. That's a B support with her that I've already unlocked, I think.
Thank you all for placing your trust in me.
And thanks to Lady Vale. We couldn't have won without you.
Yeah, good job straight up murdering your own evil split personality. That was always satisfying to watch.
Yes. Wresting back control of yourself. Reviving the Divine Dragon. You did much today. If not for your efforts, we'd probably be dead.
Thank you. I did what I could.
Now we're all together again. Huh?
What's the matter?
I can't move.
What? No.
I'm vanishing.
I knew this was a risk, but it wasn't supposed to happen so soon. I gave you all the power I could. It should have been enough. Unless... Oh no. Summoning the emblems must have drained you.
I suppose similar to Lumera.
I didn't realize.
It's all right. I'll try again. Hang on. Guardians of the Underworld. Cast aside the rules that govern life and death. Your body is rejecting my power. It can't take anymore.
Thank you for trying, Vale. But it seems my time has come. It's all right. The 12 emblems are here. With their help, I know you'll be able to stop Sombron.
No, you can't leave. You said we'd save the world together.
I'm sorry. You'll have to do that without me. At least I was useful in the end. I can die knowing you're all safe. If only I could fight to the end with you. My friends.
Brother!
We got the rings back. We're all together. I wish I could have finished the mission Mother gave me. I wish I could see the world come to peace. But all I see is